Councilmember Glass.
Thank you, Madam President. Acting Chief Jones, it's good to see you.
Good to see you, sir.
I know it's been a trying few months for you, various levels here, and you've been rising to the occasion, and I just want to publicly express my sympathy to you and the department for the recent passing of Officer Bamba.
Thank you.
And everything that we as a community have gone through as a result of that. And I appreciate the questions that have been asked, and some of those topics I discussed with you privately when we met
Yes.
earlier this week. But there are just two topics I want to discuss publicly right now. As the first LGBTQ member of the council, I've been speaking with many residents here about those issues, and there's a sentiment that we need to better train our police department for some of the modern era, if that's a polite way of saying it. Since 2015, there have been 49 hate crimes here in Montgomery County, directly involving sexual orientation or gender bias. And that frequency has only increased over those 4 years. And right now, 50% of all incidents are against transgender women of color. And that is a regional systemic problem that we need to combat. And it's heartbreaking to see that some of the most vulnerable people in our community are being victimized at such levels that they are. And we need to keep chipping away at those systemic biases in the community, but we also need to modernize our police techniques and let our officers understand some of the changing dynamics of the 1.1 million residents here in Montgomery County. And I know that in years past there had been some LGBTQ trainings that the force underwent, but they're no longer being done. Can you talk to me about how we can educate our police officers to understand the 1.1 million residents and the dynamics that exist today?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's vitally important for, as we deal with the many different residents in our communities to understand some of the challenges that they go through, particularly when it comes to sort of their confidence in the policing, and how do we address it in a very sensitive manner that gives them to the confidence that they can report such crimes, and that they feel as if they are being heard, and that they have services available to them in order to be able to sort of get through those times of sort of unfortunate circumstances, or those crimes that have been committed against them, that they have victim services as we would give for anyone else. I think it's vitally important that when I look at this internally from a police department training, that mechanism is that we make sure that we are focusing on that community that's most important to us, right? From a standpoint of that we understand the challenges that are before us, and that we understand the sensitivity piece from them. So from the community, in the sense of we want to make sure that our officers are truly educated. Yes, and you're right, and I noted that we did this training that we started back in 2006, and we were consistently working and talking about it, not only from an external standpoint, but also from an internal, to make sure that our officers were well aware, sensitive to those issues, and we address them accordingly to make sure that discrimination doesn't happen on any front from that perspective. And so, with that being said, I am committed to making sure that we reinstitute of that part of our training to make sure, and I also would look at those hate crimes, those gender, the biases pieces that are happening, incidents, and have us to further evaluate them to see, what if there's some sort of trend that's occurring, and how we can best effectively get the message out to our folks, how we can best address that and prevent those types of crimes from happening in the near future.
Well, I appreciate that commitment that you've just made, and just to be explicit in what I'm talking about, some of these trainings involve how to deal with domestic violence within the LGBTQ
Absolutely,
community,
right. Yes.
deal with sexual assault in the LGBTQ community, and as you mentioned, also use of pronouns for people that police interact with.
Absolutely, correct. Thank you, sir.
Last topic, switching gears, another aspect of the department which sometimes gets overlooked is road safety. Pedestrian safety is something that's near and dear to my heart, and that is actually an aspect of your portfolio. As we look at making our roadways safer, there's a lot more that needs to be done within the police department. In the first 10 months of 2019, there have been 10 deaths and 484 incidents regarding drivers, bicyclists, and pedestrians. And as we work towards enacting Vision Zero and making our roadways safer for everybody, the 42-point plan that is part of that Vision Zero, there are five aspects that are within your portfolio. And those are making driver training for police, review teams for fatal accidents, purchasing more unmarked cars to conduct enforcement, best practices regarding managing of collisions, and then new technology to better manage traffic and severe crashes. And curious to what your thoughts are about roadway safety and making sure that we dramatically reduce those 484 incidents that have already happened this year alone.
Absolutely. I will tell you, I take it very seriously. What I think a lot of folks in the county may not realize is that we actually have more fatal collisions in our county than we do homicides.
Yep.
And so that's, again, a lot of times communities sort of weigh policing with how many homicides does a county or a particular area have. We don't really talk about the fatal collisions and what could have prevented those fatal collisions, and to really get deep into the woods on that. And I think traffic safety is very important, and I think it's, there are a lot of educating has been done in the past, but there's a lot of work to be done. Particularly as we we drive around this county now, and then you see more pedestrians walking probably than ever before, particularly in our urban areas. And we have to make sure that our drivers are adhering to the laws, and we have to educate everyone, because we got to make sure that even our walkers, our pedestrians, are obeying traffic laws. Our bicyclists are obeying, but we have to understand that the rules of the road, that this education campaign is vitally important. I will tell you that I think we've begun to explore some changes within the police department to focus on some of those issues as it relates to Vision Zero. And one of those is that, just to highlight it, is that we are currently piloting a centralized traffic unit that officers that are specifically designed to our traffic unit and to address these common high incident areas that we are having around the county, and to address them in many ways, and not only just to do it from an enforcement standpoint, to come up with educational pieces, but also to look at what other engineering changes can be made to make the roadway safer for everyone. And just because we're not the single partner in all of this, because there's state highways, there's the county DOT, there's a lot of other partners that are associated in this that we have been working with and will continue to work with. But we have to make sure that when we're making these suggestions and recommendations, that somebody's hearing what we're saying in order to make those changes. So I'm fully committed to that, to driving this, and I want those numbers to be to see a significant drop, not only in the fatal collisions, but also in traffic collisions as a whole. I want to see our numbers continuously drop over the next few years.
Well, thank you for that. We'll be having a council conversation in a few weeks on that topic alone, and whether it's you or someone else from the department, look forward to that. But the commonality between the two items I talked about and that others have shared is about modernization and making sure that we are policing in this century in this decade.
Absolutely.
And times have changed, whether it's more people walking on the streets, bicycling, e-scooters, or more people living their lives as they truly are in our community, being respectful of them. So thank you very much. I look forward to working with you, and thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.